Turn the dial and you've got a digital lock on the full Earth Workshop. My name is Doug. It is time for a history lesson. Did you ever wonder where Top 40 radio, contemporary hits radio came from, and then where it went? Rock and roll started in the 50s, but contemporary hits radio, or Top 40, actually began around 1960. One person that helped to define an entire age of radio was this guy, Mike Joseph, from a small town in Ohio who worked to hone his craft at a few small stations and then made the huge leap to New York City.
77 WABC.
Mike Joseph then went on to become one of the first consultants in the radio industry. He moved on then to Detroit's WKNR, the legendary Keener 13.
WKNR, AM, FM Dearborn, offices in the Sheridan Cadillac, Detroit.
Thank you. Somebody at the door, maybe it's Tom. Come in, Tom.
Guess what?
Oh.
I just heard someone call you a silly goose.
Then, using almost identical formatics to what he would use 30 years later, he created the amazing station WFIL in Philadelphia. Mike kept up his consulting business all throughout the 1960s and 1970s at some of the best radio stations in America. Come about 1978, Mike thought it was time to reintroduce the basics of Top 40 radio. By this time, Mike had been in the business for about 20 years, and by radio terms, that's a long time, and a lot of radio managers figured Mike was washed up. But he proved everybody wrong once again. Using the basic ideas of Top 40 radio, he created Hot Hits Radio and made a huge splash in the industry. The Hot Hits format used TM Productions jingle packages, the Equalizer, and Fusion. Mike Joseph was known for his ability to hire jocks, new talent, people that really were not household names, such as this guy, turned out to be my best friend, Mark Van Gelder from Q104 in Kansas City, and Todd Parker. He was a big-time jock from WCAU Philadelphia, later went to Los Angeles. Richard Sands from San Diego, who became quite a programmer in later years. And then there was this guy, one of the craziest people I've ever known. Flip Fryer from Sacramento, who later was known as Rick Chase on KMEL. And this dude, this is me in 1983. Known as Doug Ritter on 92X Columbus, moved to San Francisco. 105 KIT's first news director was Annette Parks, most recently from KCBS Los Angeles. Her dad was the famous Bert Parks, an actor, a singer, and host of the Miss America pageant. From this humble studio came the sound of 105 KIT.
Listen to me, you idiot. 1, 2, 3, and then do it, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Great. What color am I?
I don't know. What color you want to be?
Call 10.
Okay, you're caller 10.
All right.
409. You got the solid jam, zero commercials, promoting contest. Just have to judge for yourself. Is it sexist or is it fun?
Hall & Oates incredibly have 2 songs in the top 5. Or I'm going to come out there and let the air out of your tires. Hot hit number 2, Foreigner, waiting for a girl like you. Hot hit number 2 from Foreigner. Oh, you know it, and you love it too. 23 before 7.
105 KITs with Duran Duran, whose lead singer was Simon LeBon, and a hospital porter before joining the band. Hot hit 7 at 9:42. Here's the amount in the San Francisco family fortune this hour, $6,150. So call every steward you know and get them tuned to 105 KITs to win the cash. A riff from Cool Bell and the gang. Joanna, you're a member of the 105 KITs Yo Play Ski Club. Stick around to win a trip for 2 to Italy and maybe an 84 Audi Quattro. Just listen for your number. It's just after 10 o'clock.
San Francisco.
Then there was this foolishness. Yeah, we all took our turns hosting this show. Dance Party on TV 20 San Francisco. The #1 rated show every weekday afternoon. They would have a live studio audience which consisted of high schools in the area, and we'd even have an appearance every once in a while of a famous rock and roll band like Journey or Huey Lewis on the News. And then almost as suddenly as it began, it was over. Our main competitor on the AM band, KFRC, a great radio station, was forced to change format. But big changes were underfoot. It turns out that changes in FCC rules and changes in technology meant the end of live Top 40 radio. Corporations could now buy as many radio and TV stations in a market as they wanted. Disc jockeys began pre-recording their shows, known as voice tracking, and the days of live Top 40 radio were over. It was the end of the golden years.